That's true. And it is what it is.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is I'm coming back.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protest? No. Wonderful to allow protest. No.
Well, it was an amazing phone call. And 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan. And it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. So, I'm having fun today. I'm feeling good. Woke up a little late, but that's no problem. It happens to the best of us, right? I drank my coffee. I'm wearing new clothes. I got new clothes in the mail, so I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling spunky, you know. I don't have the chat open, which is a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. I'm going to go ahead and open the chat room. Okay, the chat room is open. Hopefully y'all are appreciating my DJ skills in the introductions and the outroductions to these videos. I've been having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I don't have too much that I'm going to talk about today. Just a little bit of news. And we'll see how it goes. That's it. That's I've got. So thank you for watching, everyone. Anyway, so first up, I need an ID on that song. That is Gubble PlayStation 1 game. Mama, M-A-M-A. That is the song name. So it's Gubble Mama. Alright, so, I got some cringe here. Like, this is like, I don't know, this might be like a lightning round episode. I just got like a bunch of cringe clips. Let me look. Let me verify. That's cringe. That's cringe. That's cringe. Oh, that's really cringe. Yeah, I might sneeze. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay. Anyway. So we got some dullards. Live on television. And so Fox News was reading out, this is a couple days ago now, October 11th, but still, it's funny when Fox News does stupid shit. Fox News was reading out a progressive list about people saying that Biden will move further left, and this is how. Let's watch.
Working Families Party, People's Charter, 1,000 words, talking about they're demanding of Joe Biden, by the way, a $15 minimum wage, $16 billion immediately canceling student debt. They want affordable housing for all. Sounds like Russia. Universal or free health care. They want to give the public ownership stakes in all corporations, receiving bailouts, shifting money away from police departments towards communities. Working families.
So, yes, Fox News here, and this is the little WFP tweet. My favorite part, which is why I wanted to talk about this, is the sounds like Russia bit. Where was that?
$15 minimum canceling student. They want affordable housing for all. Sounds like Russia.
Does Russia have affordable housing for all? Is that something that exists in Russia? Should I fact check this? Like, I've spoken to many Russian people, and I'm pretty sure that Russia does not have a housing program that covers everybody. But, like, this is one thing that is interesting that they're talking about on Fox News. Yeah, I'm looking up. I don't see anything. I'm seeing mass housing, bulldozing stuff on Google, but I'm not seeing any. Like, does Russia have a free housing program? I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but either way, again, the fear mongering, the idea that something like having like a place to live, right? To these rich motherfuckers, to these rich fucking losers, that is just so scary to them. What? You're telling me when I walk from Starbucks to the Fox station, I won't have to see 3 homeless people begging for money on the sidewalk? But I love seeing homeless people beg for money on the sidewalk. It makes me feel like a better person. That's what Brian Kilmeade is thinking. And it's like, I don't know. The idea that like they're just listing things out like this, I just think it's funny. I think it's kind of hilarious. And personally, I'm on board with pushing Biden as much as possible. In the same way that I'm on board with pushing Trump as much as possible. Now, it just so happens in my calculations, I think how far we can push both of these people seems to be a lot different. We've been trying to push Donald Trump for the past 6 months with protests, and what has he done? Unleashed federal troops that have shot and killed more protesters. Donald Trump is not too amenable. Let's see if Joe Biden does that. He might do that. But worst case scenario, we're in the same boat. Best case scenario, it might be a little better. Why not just vote for Biden? I don't know. That's my opinion. But either way, Fox News being very funny as always. Slight cringe. You love to see it. And imagine my shock when Brian Kilmeade is no longer going to have to look at the COVID. Must be tough for him doing all this like stuff without having to walk from Starbucks to Dunkin' Donuts, you know, looking at 15 homeless people. That must be really fucking hard for him to imagine that those people could possibly have a job, that those people could possibly have a home to live in. That seems so despicable, Brian Kilmeade says. But that's mainstream news for you. That's what they do on mainstream news. But I wanted to also talk a little bit about non-mainstream news. This is non-mainstream news. This is news that is not mainstream, and it's in a way just as horrifying, if not worse. So let's watch. This is One America News Network. You have Gorka and Stephanie Hamill, whoever this is. I don't know.
And it's it's so odd.
And they're going to talk about this. This is a couple days old, but their whole thing, OAN, keep in mind, OAN has been asking Donald Trump questions in the White House press conferences. These guys are within the Trump administration. They're in the circles of Donald Trump. These people are a lot more powerful and a lot more influential than you might think. You might think, OAN, I've never heard of that. Is that a real thing? Yeah, it's a real thing, and these people actually take it seriously. Let's watch.
Remember, I'm young enough to remember back in 2016 when all the headlines and all the sycophants on TV were breathlessly reporting and had their panties in a bunch over the idea that President Trump wouldn't accept election results. Of course, they didn't have any evidence to back up these claims. They just love saying that. And now the new phrase is, oh, there's not going to be a peaceful transfer of power if President Trump doesn't win. Yeah, there wouldn't be a peaceful transfer of power if the Democrats try to cheat with their mail-in voting scam.
The reason they're not answering the question on the U.S. Supreme Court is because they want to have a court that is politicized so that when they get all these fraudulent mail-in ballots going to Democrat candidates, their buddies are going to say, yeah, you won that, you won that, you won that. So it's transparent, it's illegitimate. But
so let me get this straight here. So Sebastian Gorka, in this moment, is on OAN, right? And he is saying that he is basically outlining the strategy that Trump is using with the Supreme Court, but saying that the Democrats are going to do it. So the court's politicized for liberals? What? The court's politicized for Democrats? What? And they're going to use, that's why they don't want Amy Comey, or Coney, is it Comey or Coney? I think it's Coney. Amy Coney Barrett on the court, because that way the liberals will win? What? What? Okay, let me rewatch this, because this is bizarre stuff. This is so bizarre. And again, you might think, what is this? Is this, like, it's got, this clip here has 400 views. That's just because, you know, I found it from a random Twitter account. But, like, you might be thinking, who, like, what? Who are these people? Sebastian Gorka formerly worked in the White House. Like, the president watches this network. The president likes to take questions from this network. This is serious stuff.
Fraudulent mail-in ballots going to Democrat candidates. Their buddies are going to say, yep, you won that, you won that, you won that. So it's transparent. It's illegitimate, but that's who the Democrat Party have become.
You know, so many millions of Americans were just hearing this for the first time. So I hope that they took the opportunity to maybe go learn a little bit more and do a Google search and understand the frustration that President Trump feels and his supporters when they feel like the Democrats are the ones actually trying to steal the election.
Now, here's the thing. You know that the people that are watching OAN are not going to do a Google search. When people say, oh, do your own research, they are banking on you not doing your own research. Because if you did do your own research, right, then you would clearly know what they're saying is bunk. It's garbage. It's stupid nonsense. But if you do your own research, they also speak in a way that primes you. Oh, look at the fake news media saying all these lies about President Trump. President Trump is fighting the fake news. You Google it and you see all the fake news, right? That's what they're banking on. That's what they want you to think when you Google things. Or, you know, you're just not going to Google things. There's one of two options here. And that's kind of like, again, the inclusivity here.
Trying to steal the election.
Yeah, let's not encourage your viewers to go and Google it. You won't find the truth until
I do like the editing from whoever posted
to page 5 or 6 on a Google search. That is, you know, big tech. That's left wing. Use something else. Use Firefox, DuckDuckGo, but don't resort to Google.
Yeah, well, these days for Democrats are like, if we can't win, then we'll just change the rules and make up lies and smear. I mean, that's what they do. Anyways, we got to...
Again, this is like, again, the idea, right, that there's people out there that actually believe this stuff. Like, I get it, right? I get it. Like, it's all like conspiracy networks. It's all like just fucking propaganda. People just, oh, their friend or their family member believes this. So they, you know, they are not, you know, one way or the other. Why not just start listening to my friend or family a little bit more? And then all of a sudden you believe it and then your friends believe it. And that's how propaganda and conspiracy theories like this shit promulgate. And when you've got people that have worked within the White House on a fucking news thing like this, you're going to have this happen. Right? But like, it's, to me, it's just, it's wild that you can say that the Supreme Court is packed with the Democrat liberal friends? What? And that the mail-in ballots are all going to be hacked and cheated? What? Now here, I'm going to vote in person because I am very skeptical of mail-in ballots being legitimate. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that I'm skeptical of the system being legitimate. I'm skeptical of whether or not my vote will fucking count if I use a mail-in ballot. I actually might vote tomorrow. Early voting in my state starts tomorrow, so I might vote tomorrow. I might do Above It All live. Should I do... That's actually a good idea. Should I do Above It All live from the polling place tomorrow? Really makes you think. That sounds fun. But yeah, like the whole idea of mail-in ballots in this whole thing is Trump is going to try to get a case on the Supreme Court. Do mail-in ballots count? Are they legitimate? And they might just have, like, you know, the state of Pennsylvania. They might just have the state of Ohio. They might just have Wisconsin, Michigan, or they might have them all. They might have them all. And the Supreme Court might say, especially if Amy Coney Fuck is on there, they might just say, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. Trump's been good to me. Round 2, Trump, I'll give it to you. They did it in 2000. Right? They did it in 2000. Now, even though they said, this is not a precedent, don't use this as precedent, you think they're not going to use it as precedent? Come on, man. Come on, man. Jesus. This shit is getting ridiculous. But again, Sebastian Gorka just going at it on One America News Network. We're reaching like end game right now. This is like we are reaching like a disaster of like just everything. Just everything is so bad. Everything is so bad, and I only think it's going to get worse. Oh god, I don't want to get too much of a doomer here, but geez, this is really bad. Hello, Top Damage Wizard. Hello, Nezu. Hello, Ultralight J. Hello, Dev J. So many J's. Hello, Kathleen M. Yes, do a live show from the polling place. We'll see. I don't know if I actually am technically, physically capable of doing that, but we'll see. That sounds fun. Now, if there's like no one there, you know, like if there's no lines, right? If there's no one there and it's just I walk in, I walk out, then whatever, fuck it, right? Like whatever. But if there's like big lines, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll like interview people. I don't know. I live in bumfuck North Carolina, so I might have some Republicans to talk to. Should I wear the red hat? Where is my red hat? Should I wear the red hat? Should I wear the red fucking hat? What do you think? And if I go to this polling place, should I? Should I? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll pack. I'll pack. We'll find out tomorrow. Who knows what it's going to be like? But it could be fun. It could certainly be fun. And that's what I'm about here. I'm just all about fun. I love fun. Fun is very fun, actually. But, yeah. So, anyway, I just want to let you all know, it's the middle-ish of the show, and I will be streaming again, probably a little earlier, maybe around noon again, like I did yesterday, and I'm going to have fun with that, right? That's going to be, that. Like, I'm just going to do Path of Exile. I'm going to finish the game today, and that should be fun. It shouldn't take that long. I should maybe have the game finished in an hour. But, you know, I will do some post-game content. Yeah, so that's going to be today's first stream. And then I'm going to do another stream more in the evening. And I'm going to play more Death Trap Dungeon. By the way, if you missed the stream yesterday, Death Trap Dungeon has big booty babes in it. And it's pretty fun. Kind of reminds me of Doom a little bit with the level design. Just a little bit. It's like Doom meets Tomb Raider, and that kind of a thing. It really is like it's an interesting game. It's a little clunky, but go back and watch the archive from last night if that's something that interests you. Itor says, that's a good point about the language in news sites like OAN, making it so when you Google what they are talking about, they can only get news sites that support those ideas. Hadn't thought of it, but it makes a lot of sense with all the rebranding of the alt-right dozen terms, at least in Spain. Yes, exactly. So if you Google something in a specific way, you will either find their fake news sites, like maybe on page 5, like Gorka said, right? But you will also find mainstream news. And it will teach you, oh, CNN, fake news. It will teach you, oh, MSNBC, fake news. That's how they, like, kind of program people. Cloud says, good morning. I'm late to this and listening on double speed. Godspeed? Godspeed? Hello, Felix Cornelius. It's good to have a good time. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. So speaking of not good, speaking of really bad for you,
Not good. Believe me, not good.
So we have Amy Coney Barrett, and she was, this was like a little bit of a hot button. This is like a trending thing. I think she said a lot more problematic things. But I don't have the clips on me right now. Maybe I'll do a more breakdown on how much of a disaster the Supreme Court is going to be. I don't know. Go watch like the Majority Report if you want that shit. That's all they talk about. But yeah, like I just want to say first of all, and yes, ad hominem, get your comments ready, Trump fans. Just say all you can do is ad hominem. Get that ready, right? Because I'm about to go full on. Amy Coney Barrett looks like the grandma in a Paranormal Activity movie. You know, the one that like stands there with the hair in her face with like the fucking like candles and does like the witch shit. Judge Amy Coney Barrett looks like a fucking character in a Paranormal Activity film. She is horrifying. Like, I'm just like throwing that out there. Like, I'm just putting that into the zeitgeist. It's totally ad hominem. There's no argument here for that. I'm just saying she looks like she's a witch, and she's also a part of a cult. So like she is like legitimately a part of a cult. She looks like a witch. She looks like she's from a paranormal film. That's pretty fucking scary. But so she was called out. There was a call out post that was given because she used the terminology sexual preference in responding to a few questions. I think she said it like 3 or 4 times or something. And so someone basically called her out on it. If you want, you can like look at this.
LGBTQ community, not once, but twice. You use the term sexual preference to describe those in the LGBTQ community. And let me make clear, sexual preference is an offensive and outdated term. It is used by anti-LGBTQ activists to suggest that sexual orientation is a choice. It is not. Not once,
so here's
but
one
twice.
thing to note. That is very true, by the way. It's one of those like low-key dog whistles. Another one is when people say the term lifestyle, right? This is one thing that they love to say, oh yeah, the trans lifestyle, the gay lifestyle, as if it's like, oh yeah, I'm just choosing this. Like, I'm just, yep, this is just, I woke up in the morning and this is kind of the thing that I'm living. You know, it's kind of like, it's equivalent to like drinking milk out of the carton or drinking orange juice out of the bottle and putting it back in the fridge. It's just my lifestyle. It's just my lifestyle. It's all choice. It's like, putting your dishes in the sink without washing them and washing them all at once versus washing your dishes when you do them. It's all a lifestyle choice, right? So that's another thing that they use, right? These are these low-key dog whistles that kind of like mean things that most people don't really understand, right? And they'll just say, oh yeah, it's a lifestyle thing. Oh yeah, it's just their lifestyle. Oh, it's just their preference. It's their sexual preference, right? And this is her response.
And the second point was to say that I certainly didn't mean and, would never mean to use a term that would cause any offense in the LGBTQ community. So if I did, I greatly apologize for that. I simply meant to be referring to Obergefell's holding with respect to same-sex marriage.
So another thing about this is you can look at this person's history, and she does not speak for herself. She speaks for her husband and her cult. If you look at her, she is literally, I think it's called like the People of Praise or something, and I should have covered this a couple like days ago or a week ago when this first came out, but I was too lazy and I skipped it. But she is literally a part of a fucking cult, right? So, and she has said, part of this cult is you pledge to always do what's in the best interest of like your husband or whatever. And she is married, so her husband is the one making the rules here, theoretically. But again, they can always apologize. Oh yeah, I didn't mean it, bud. And then they're still going to do things because this person was chosen and handpicked by groups like the Federalist Society and all these Koch brother funded oil baron tycoon bullshit fucking like organizations, right? She knows what she's going to do. She's got her mission. She's just going to try, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. But then you see the right wing go on this. It's like sexual preference. What? But that's not offensive. This is the latest right-wing thing, right? Like the idea that us realizing that some language we can use can have problematic connotations is so bad. No. I must keep using the same language, even though it could possibly offend someone, when I could use the same exact like word, but like slightly different, and then it would offend nobody. These people are addicted to their bizarre ways of speaking that are as offensive and edgy and losery as possible. And it really is bizarre. Like, it's absolutely bizarre. It really, really is. But again, we are looking at a situation where we're going to have a 6-3 Supreme Court, right? And as much as I'm down with destroying the motherfucker and getting rid of the court, let's be honest, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And if it does, if there is plans for that, someone give me a call, because I'm on board, right? But that's not going to happen anytime soon. We are going to have a 6-3 court, and that is going to have implications that are absolutely astounding. Gay marriage probably not going to exist in the next few years. The ACA, definitely not going to exist maybe in the next 6 months or so. This is a huge problem, okay? This is going to be the mission of the Republicans. If the Republicans, as a party, they do fail, crash, and burn like they are looking to, like the next, like the 2018 midterms, decimated them. 2020 is looking to further decimate them. This will be, if the Republican Party falls, this will be their lasting gift. We need court reform. We need to pack the court. We need to rotate the court. We need to have term limits on the court. This bitch is like, what, 47 years old? She could theoretically be on the court for 50 fucking more years. We could be in 2069, and this dumb fuck could still be a deciding vote on the Supreme Court. We need to stop that motherfucking shit from happening. We need court reform. It's required. There is no other option if you want to have any sort of sustainable society. Climate change is not going to wait for Judge Amy Coney Barrett to like have a heart attack, right? Like RBG, right? Climate change is not going to wait. We got to do something, and we got to do it fast because we're running out of time. And as a result of this disaster and these shenanigans, there are going to be many, many, many rights that are going to go bye-bye, and that's a damn shame. Things are going to get pretty fucked up here, so brace for impact. Buy your supplies. Get your boxes of cereal. Get your boxes of pasta. Get your canned goods. Get your toilet paper. Get your hand sanitizer. Get your soap, right? Buckle up, because winter is coming. Fuck. Holy shit. We got a dullard in the chat room, everybody. We got a dullard in the chat room. Holy shit.
So stupid. So stupid. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so climate change. People have been caught lighting fires. Yes. Have people been caught lighting the hurricanes too? Have people, like, are there, like, people with wind machines, like tempest generators in the middle of the Atlantic caught making the hurricanes? Or is your claim that climate change only is related to fires? What is exactly going on? Are people, like, going into the, are people going into, like, the Arctic in Greenland and getting, like a lighter and just, like, melting all the ice? What's going on here? I know I never mentioned fire. I was mentioning climate change. So, again, are people going into Greenland with, like, a blowtorch and blowing up all the ice caps? Like, what's going on here? Give me your conspiracy theory, Green Goblin. I love to see the dullard alert about someone I've blocked. Don't worry, I like reading their comments anyway. Lots of people caught lighting fires in the Amazon, about 20,000 of them. Yeah, those were also a lot of private business interests that were trying to clear the Amazon for condominium development. Yes, people are lighting fires. That's correct. The ferocity of the fires, the longevity of the fires is related to climate change. Like, do you think fires just start? You think they just happen and magically? Some of them started from people with fucking fireworks at a gender reveal party. Like, dude, who do you think you're talking to, Green Goblin? You think you're talking to your 60-year-old stepmother who's like a Trump-supporting QAnon fucker? You think you're, oh yeah, you're like, oh, the Antifa starting the fight. You're talking to a fucking person that actually reads the news here, buddy. You're talking to a relatively informed chat room of people that read the news, right? Like, you're like, who do you think you're fooling? Now tell me, are people with tempest generators in the Atlantic Ocean? Is there an underground sea dome on the sea floor with like giant fucking fans creating these hurricanes? What's going on, buddy? What's going on? I'm waiting for the answer. But it appears that the Green Goblin has stopped responding. That's a shame. Hello, a frog. I've been enjoying your Doom runs. I've been binge watching them. Awesome. Which ones are your favorites? I'm going to do more Doom speed runs very soon. TNT. I'm going to try to get the TNT record. Again, very, very soon. Like, and by that I mean like by the end of the month, I should have episode 2. Down. I did episode 1 like about 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm gonna do episode 2 soon. Then I'm gonna do episode 3, and then we'll do the full game. Hello, Josh. I'm weak. Are you weak from laughter at this guy? Green Goblin says yes. I don't know what they're saying yes to. To the tempest generators, to the blowtorches in Greenland. I don't know. They're saying yes to something. I think their brain is just melting out of their ears, going full Joe Biden. The arsonists have all been agent provocateur fachos in the West. Green Goblin guzzles fascist lies. That is absolutely correct, Yo Soy Danny. Absolutely correct. Spironolactone 50 pills x 25 mug equals $4.6 in Romania. How does it? I get it for $10 with insurance. Without insurance, it was costing for all my medication about $100 a month. Corporations burn down land that small farmers own so they can buy it for cheap. Burn land equals worthless. Absolutely. There you go. Exactly. Dev J, that is a medication that I take that theoretically Dan is somehow asking about, which is a little bit bizarre, but that's okay. A Frog says, Sunlust, back to Saturn X, Sunder. Awesome. Let me, like, if someone knows when a new Sunder level comes out, like, if they, like, because I know that there's been new ones coming out. If someone wants to let me know, and when a new one pops out, I will definitely play that. For sure. Absolutely. That will absolutely happen. But yeah, let's talk about Donald Trump. I hate this guy. So Donald Trump had a little bit of a few bizarre campaign appearances over the last couple days, and we're going to get into those. So let's watch.
With me, the nice part. I went through it. Now they say I'm immune. I feel so powerful. I'll walk into that audience. I'll walk in there. I'll kiss everyone in that audience. I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and everybody. I'll just give you a big fat kiss. No, but they're with me.
Again, this really, like, I personally, assuming the coronavirus thing is real, right? Assuming he actually had corona, like, this guy must have been on some very experimental miracle shit. And it's all part of the campaign. It's all part of the campaign, right? The idea that now he's Superman. He's Superman, right? Oh, 70-year-olds can't die of corona because President Trump had socialist healthcare that is literally the most expensive and valuable healthcare on the planet for the most powerful person on the planet, right? And he's going out there saying, don't be afraid of COVID. Don't be afraid. I got it and I'm alive. And I know you don't have health insurance and you're going to get sick and you're going to go to the hospital and they're going to say, sorry, we can't treat you. Have fun dying at home. But don't worry. I got corona. I got fetal cells injected into my body. I'm good to go. And I'm going to kiss you. I love everyone. This guy is fucking bizarre. So here is Donald Trump lying about Nobel Peace Prizes.
In fact, a point that they didn't report, I've been, I guess, 3 or 4 maybe now. Nobel Peace Prizes, can you believe it?
Just got 3 or 4. I don't remember when the first one happened. When did the first one happen? I don't know. But now he's got 3 or 4. Let me look this up. Nobel Peace Prize. This is a live fact check right now. I'm looking this up. This is a live fact check. Did Donald Trump get 3 or 4? No. He got nominated and never got a single one. It's not really interesting. But this guy is literally like high on crack doing these fucking rallies. It's just, what the fuck? And these people love this shit. These people adore this shit. Donald Trump going out there acting like a fucking sideshow circus cartoon clown. They love that stuff. And hey, doesn't matter what he says. He's immune from a virus, even though people have been known to get reinfected. Whatever. COVID, not a big deal. Go out and celebrate your life. Whatever, right? Oh yeah, I got the best care in the world, but I'm going to hide that fact and just say all of America has the best care in the world. Whatever. I got 5960.39 fucking Nobel Peace Prizes. Proof? Can you prove me wrong? You ain't proven shit. Thank you for watching this Trump rally. Goodbye, everyone. Like, seriously, it's... The guy is nuts. But he does all this shit. He does all this shit to trigger the libs. If I just lie over and over and over again, the libs will be triggered. And then I will, because there are literally like millions of people in this country. Like, I'm shit you not. There are millions of people in this country. And I know that this sounds ridiculous, but bear with me. There are millions of people in this country, and their entire political identity is trigger the libs. That's their entire... Like, they don't care about working conditions. They don't care about OSHA. They don't care about abortion rights. They don't care about climate change. They don't care about health care. They don't care about wages. They don't care about union protections. They don't care about chemicals being regulated from the water. They don't care about clean air. Their entire political agenda, ideology, and identity is whatever liberals don't like, that's me. And so Trump going out there, trigger the libs, trigger the libs. You get all these stupid cultist dullards going like, oh, Orange Man triggered! Orange Man triggered liberal! Oh, yay! I'm gonna vote for Trump! Yay! Triggered! Yay! It's like, again, millions of people, I shit you not. This is all they think about. It's ridiculous. Absolutely bizarre to me. Holy shit. It's just
no good, really bad for you.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Just remember, this guy is there thanks to Hill Dog Clinton and her Pied Piper plan. Absolutely correct. No one will ever vote for Donald Trump. Ha ha ha. Fucking morons. They're directing her Clinton Cucks Clan media bucks clucks to cluck Trump. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's difficult to read here. Hello, Shamu! Exclamation point. They say, lol. Welcome to the chat room. The people who nominated him for one said he did a lot of world peace despite threatening nuclear war on Twitter with caps lock on. Yeah. Palestinians are being cemented as second-class citizens. World peace has been achieved. God bless the president. Unfortunately, the U.S. has a patent for a few COVID medicine and doesn't allow pharmaceutical companies from around the world to produce. Yeah, this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem. The world is literally ending. Like, this is a very big deal. The world is ending. Like, I don't understand how to make this any more clear. The world is fucking ending. Climate change. A Supreme Court that's fucking 6-3. That's a huge fucking problem, dude. Capitalism, patents, copyright. What the hell is going on in this fucking country, in this fucking world? It's ridiculous. What is the hardest megawatt? I don't know. A frog? As far as difficulty goes, I guess you could say Thunder. As far as like speedrunning goes, Plutonia. Getting a good speedrun on Plutonia is very difficult. Am I scared at the prospect of robot police? Not an immediate concern for me. Ask me again in 5 years. Or 2 years. Ask me again in 2 years. Hello, Fulgencio Residuro. Ja, fucking morons? Who are you talking about? Trump Speako Killer? What? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sorry. Is Sunder harder than Sunlust? It's longer and the situations are more difficult. So I would say yeah. Because it's got that kind of endurance strategy thing to it, you know? A lot of Sunlust maps, like I think the longest Sunlust map, like if you know what you're doing in any kind of way, the longest Sunlust map is like 20 minutes. Whereas like the longest Sunder map is like 5 hours. Like, you know, like it's pretty big. 2 parts, 3 words each. First, the unidentified, by others, the Clinton Klux Klan, the Dem KKK, Russian lynching. Second, the CCC, MBCs, or media bucks clucks. They cluck for Clinton and they cluck. I'm honestly not following exactly what you're saying, but I think we're on the same page. Psycho killer, that's correct. I can agree with that. Not necessarily. Oh, Jesus. Holy shit, there is a bug on my desk. Holy shit, buddy. Holy shit, fuck all. That scared the fuck out of me. Holy shit, okay. Hold up. We're getting a live bug assassination. I've got a can of Raid here. A live bug assassination is about to occur. Oh my god. Don't fall on the floor. Don't fall on my bed. Please die right there. Right where I can see you. Right on my desk. Thank you. Where did you come from? Where did you... Oh god. Oh, I'm watching it die? Where did you come from, buddy? Why were you there? Why were you there? That was fucking scary. We got a fucking alien invasion already starting. Aliens are already here. I have a bug in my room. Holy shit. Holy shit, buddy. That is not good. That is not good. Oh my god, dude. The worst part about bugs are picking them up. Like, I'm not gonna sit with a fucking bug corpse on my desk, right? That's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to pick this fucker up. I'm gonna have to. I have no other option. So I've got the paper towel. I'm gonna, like, do the quad fold so I don't feel the exoskeleton as much as possible. This is fucking scary, dude. I don't know where this thing came from. I think I need to take my air conditioner out. I think there's a hole in my AC, like in the window. And I think that's where these fuckers are coming from. At least I hope. I hope that's where they're coming from and that I can fix it. Yeah, I have, right, because this isn't the first time I've dealt with a bug. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Don't worry about me. Don't worry. My desk has got everything. My desk has got everything. Let me do a desk tour. PlayStation. Gotta have the PlayStation, right? You got my hairbrush. You got random fucking books. You got random herbal, like, fucking, like, medications, whatever they are. Paper towels. You gotta have those. You got raw cones, motherfucker. Let's do it. You have an herb grinder. I use this for mugwort. You got the Raid. You got more raw cones. You got quest bars, right? You got mysterious potions, right? Don't worry about what's in that jar. You got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Look at this. Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the desk. I'm prepped. I'm ready. You got medications, right? I got all the good stuff. Look, you got mysterious herbal capsules. What could be in those? The answer is Blue Lotus and Soleil's Akitachichi. But yeah, my desk is... I've got an armory over here. Don't you worry about that. I am ready. I am ready for an alien invasion. It's finally here. I'm prepared for every emergency. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, dude, that totally, like, threw my show off of fucking... Off of the shit. Should I clip that? Should I clip the bug? Is that, like, worth clipping? What do you think? Like, I was totally in the middle of something and a bug just scares the ever-loving shit out of me. I really should, like, my desk is a mess. Like, look at this. I have this giant bag of mugwort right here. I just have a giant bag of mugwort just sitting there. I've got a bunch of garbage, too. I really should clean that. But yeah, Jesus. Jesus. Correction, skip the cap. I used some mailed postcard-sized piece of paper. But Jesus is watching. You need a baby food jar with a cap and an extradition plan. The window or door? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Dude, that bug scared the shit out of me. I don't know if I can do the show as usual. Now I'm gonna have, like, now I'm in bug mode. I haven't seen a bug in my room. Like flies don't count. Hey, cool birch tree. Flies don't count. I have not tried smoking lavender yet. I'd like to, though. But I really have to, like, say, the flies don't count. I get flies every once in a while. But sometimes I get, like, beetles or, like, roaches or, like, even worse, palmetto bugs. Don't Google those. You will scare the shit out of yourself. If you Google a palmetto bug, you will die. Imagine, like, a giant cockroach, like, maybe half the size of my cell phone, with wings, and it makes noise. It can hiss at you. Imagine those. I've had a couple of those in my room over the last summer, and those are scary as fuck. But it's been like a week since I've had a non-fly insect in my room, And the worst part, right, like if I see a bug like on the wall, like let's say there's a bug across the room on the wall, okay, battle mode engaged, I'm ready, right? I'm good to go. I know what I'm doing. I'm suited up and I'm ready for a battle. If I see a bug crawl across my fucking desk while I'm like doing my little fucking show, I've got my hands flinging around, right? What if the bug fell off of my desk and landed on my like fucking feet or something, right? I don't have socks on. My feet are exposed. What if like I heard or felt a bug crawling on my foot and I thought it was an itch and I scratched it and then I scratched a bug and then it crawled on my hand? I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. So now I'm in like high alert mode. In fact, you know what? I'm going to check my desk. I'm going to check behind my monitor. Look for more bugs. Because usually when there's one, there could be more than one. So, checking behind my monitors for bugs. It doesn't look like there's any bugs. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to take my AC out. I don't know. I'm freaking the fuck out. Trap the bud inside of a jar, put the paper under the... No. I use chemical weapons. I go full Assad. When it comes... If there's a bug in my room, I go full Assad. Not fucking around with that. Nope. Everyone is a gangster until the roach flies straight at... I don't want to think about that. Sativa or indica? I much prefer indica. I am far more afraid of roaches and beetles than I am of spiders at this point. I used to be more afraid of spiders, but I used to live in Maryland and also in New Jersey, and they had way more spiders than anything else. Like, I've never dealt with beetles or roaches before I moved to the South. And now that I live in the South, these motherfuckers, like, you see them shits on the sidewalk. You see these fuckers everywhere. Like, get me the fuck out of here. Not only do we have Republicans, but we have cockroaches and flying fucking cockroaches. Get me the fuck... And we have wasps out the wazoo. Dude, I had a wasp in my room a couple months ago. Like, it just started buzzing. It buzzed past my face. A full-on fucking wasp. Damn, I'm traumatized. Anyway, I'm sorry. This show just kind of got thrown. This show just kind of got destroyed. Everything I wanted to talk about is over. I've got one more story I'm going to talk about. And again, thank you for watching, everyone. I will be live again in another hour or so. Let's just say at noon, like noon, 12:30. It really depends on how fast I can get finished with the clip editing, which usually only takes like 30 minutes, and then I try to upload them. So I'll probably be live again at 12 or 12:30, so an hour from now or an hour and a half from now. I'm going to be playing Path of Exile, probably going to be smoking marijuana, you know, probably going to be having a good time, hopefully not fighting any more bugs, that kind of stuff. Just think of all the bugs that crawl. I actually do think about that, G-Wolf. I do think about that. I do think about the bugs. I have 3 blankets, right? And I like to wrap myself up, like, in 3 blankets. I like to have multiple shields. Obviously, I only keep my face exposed just so I can breathe. So I hope that bugs aren't crawling into my mouth. That is the worst possible scenario. But, I mean, what I don't know won't kill me. So, if I have... hey, let's be honest. Bugs have a lot of protein in them. Like, I think we're looking at a future of, like, instead of eating meat, we're going to eat bugs in the next, like, 50 years. And I'm totally okay with that, as long as they're not alive. As long as bugs aren't alive and I don't have to see them, I'm okay with eating a bug. Fuck it. Why not? Right? I'm okay with that. Like, look up cricket flour. Shit's got high protein, right? You want that stuff. But anyway, let's talk about liberating Virginia. So the fellas that were trying to liberate Michigan and kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer apparently had more people in their organization, and some of them lived in Delaware, Maryland, and so forth, and they were planning on kidnapping the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. Okay? Isn't that interesting. Now, for reference, I live in North Carolina. I live on the border of North Carolina and Virginia. I am literally like 15 minutes away from Virginia by car. So Virginia is kind of relevant to me in that kind of sense. It's like when I lived in Maryland, I technically I could walk to Washington, D.C., so it's relevant what's happening there. I could walk to Virginia, the top part of Virginia. It's relevant what's happening there. I live on the border of North Carolina and Virginia, so it's relevant, I think. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about what fucking happened, right? Grand Rapids, Michigan, AP. Members of an anti-government parliamentary groups implicated in an alleged plot to kidnap, this is from ABC 7 WJLA, by the way, to kidnap Michigan's governor over measures to slow the spread of the coronavirus during a fraught election year, also discussed abducting Virginia Governor Ralph Northam during a June meeting, an FBI agent testified Tuesday. During a hearing in Grand Rapids federal court to review the evidence against the 5 Michigan defendants, Magistrate Judge Sally Barons ordered Caleb Franks, Caleb spelled with a K, can't even spell your name correctly, unbelievable, Daniel Harris, and Brandon Ceserta to be held without bond until the trial. She said she would rule at a later date on the bond status of the other 2 Michigan men, Adam Fox and Ty Garbin. A 6th defendant from Delaware, Barry Croft, was ordered Tuesday to be transferred to Michigan to face charges. So let's scroll down. There's some more info there. You can read that if you want. I'll post a link in the description to the clip when I upload that. The FBI alerted key members of Northam's security team throughout the course of its investigation, but neither the governor nor members of his staff were informed as per security protocols for highly classified information, said Northam's spokeswoman, Alina Yarmosky. She said the governor and his family were never believed to be in any imminent danger, and there has never been any enhanced security measures, and there have been enhanced security measures in place for them for quite a while. Quote, here's the reality. President Trump called upon his supporters to liberate Virginia in April, just like liberate Michigan. He called to liberate Michigan. Editorializing there. Yarmosky said in a news release, in fact, the president regularly encourages violence against those who disagree with him. The rhetoric coming out of the White House has serious and potentially deadly consequences. It must stop. President Donald Trump urged supporters to liberate Michigan, Virginia, and Minnesota in a series of tweets in April, encouraging protesters who turned up at state capitals to oppose restrictions aimed at minimizing the spread of the virus. Not everything we do is agreeable to all Virginians, but when language is used such as liberate Virginia, they find meaning in those words, and thus these things happen, and that is regrettable, said Governor Northam. Following the arrest last week, the White House said the president has condemned hate. Trump tweeted, I do not tolerate any extreme violence. Again, it's one of those things. If you're constantly telling people to be violent, and then when they be violent, you say, oh, not like that. No. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Sorry, it doesn't mean anything. It's like if you're on if you're in a trial and you killed your sister, right? And then the judge or a lawyer asks what went through your head when you were doing that? And then you respond with, I don't know, but all I can tell you is I condemn hate. I condemn murder. Yeah, sure, I just murdered my own family, but I condemn murder. I don't like it. So are you going to let me off? I'm anti-murder. Yeah, sure. I did exactly what you're accusing me of. I don't deny that. But I'm anti-murder. I condemn it. After the fact, after it's already happened, I condemn it. So what do you want from me? What? I did it. I condemned it. So we're on the same page. Let me off. I'll see you for lunch tomorrow. I really just don't get it. The whole idea, the Charlottesville hoax, the very fine people never happened. He never said that. He apologized the next day. Oh, well, he said to the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. But then he said, never mind, 4 days later, so it doesn't count. What? You think these people aren't getting the messages? You think that in this, that's the thing. It's when they condemn these things, the people that got the message to liberate Virginia and liberate Michigan, they know that Donald Trump's reversal is because he's president. He has too much noise on him. He's got the news all over him, too much attention. He can't just be openly white supremacist at all times. Sometimes he's got to pretend not to be. They know that. That doesn't alleviate their mission, okay? When Trump says something, that's where they get activated. When Trump recalls that statement, they don't care. You think they give a shit? No, they don't care at all. That's just the way it is. And it's not shocking, it's not surprising, but it certainly is interesting. And we'll see if any more details come out of this one, because it's a little spooky. Actually, it's a little spooky. But yeah, that's my show for today. Again, I will be live in about an hour and a half or so. We'll go from there. If in average a person eats 50 bugs while they're sleeping in their life, that's not that bad. 50 nights. Let's just do this real quick. I'm gonna open up my calculator. So 365 days times 80, right? Average lifespan, whatever. So 29,200 times that we sleep. 29,200 nights that we're sleeping. And you're telling me only 50 of those nights we eat bugs? That's great. That's actually way better than I thought. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The bug spoiled my show. I think the bug made my show a little bit better. A little bit more exciting. Bugs insanely outnumber us in both numbers and weight. What do you mean by weight? Like, are you talking about, like, protein density? Or are you talking about, like, a bug invasion? Quedates mucho Andrea un abrazo? I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into Google Translate, though. And we'll see what that means. Google Translate. What were you trying to tell me? Take care of yourself, Andrea. A hug. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Do I know what kind of bugs? The ones that were in my room? I think that was a roach. I'm pretty sure. Now watch Dems downplay all the right-wing terrorism and demand law and order in the ghetto after a cop killing. It wouldn't surprise me. Collective weight, like in pounds. Okay, so when they invade us, they're just gonna like Shino from Naruto, right? Where the guy's just got his bugs and they come out of his sleeves and then they just wrap around the whole person and just like suffocate them. Is that like what you're saying is gonna happen? Is that like, yeah, man? If the bugs like unionized, if they unionized, damn, we're fucked. We're fucked. Let me tell you. If the bugs form a union, it's over. It's over. But again, speaking of over, thank you for watching. Appreciate you just being here. Again, gonna stream again in a little bit. So should be fun. Yeah, so I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Above it all.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No.
He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes. Really? And I resent.
Are you talking about Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter?
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown. I know Hunter. I know Hunter. I know Hunter. I know Hunter. Hunter got thrown. Hunter got thrown out of the military. Thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. He wasn't dishonorably.
Cocaine use. And he didn't have a job. Didn't have a job until you became.